Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to McFord's Garage. Sitting on the Gen X crates. Uncle Tony's has the boomer chair. We got the Gen X milk crates. Figured I'd set up here by the old Torino and give you an update. What's going on? Well, the update is there's nothing going on. I am burnt out on working on this car. After a year and a half straight, pretty much. A couple weeks break here and there, but really, since April of 2022, been working on this thing straight through. Saved it from pretty much being a parts car. I don't know who else would have saved this thing. A lot of people probably would have stripped it of the cool 4-speed stuff and everything and just scrap the rest. But we saved it. It is now a useful member of society again. Out on the road. Terrorizing little old ladies and scaring children. Well, I don't know about that, but we're sure having fun with it. Anyways, I came back from the Pure Stock Muscle Car Drags in the middle of September. Offloaded it from the trailer, put it in the garage, and that was it. I just had no ambition to work on it. It was like Project Ambition crash. My big goal for this car when I bought it, when I was looking for a car, I wanted a car I could participate in the Pure Stock Muscle Car Drags again. I've done it for years. Had a 10-year stretch where I didn't have a car that I could run in it. It's an absolute blast. It's addicting. The people are great. I met great people. I have now long-term friendships from doing this. Everybody's great. And it doesn't matter if you're a Chevy guy, a Mopar guy. Everybody's cool. Everybody digs on everyone else's cars. There's some rivalry and some other stuff that goes on, but it's great. It's like a great big dysfunctional family. But anyways, I got the car to that point. I was hoping I'd get it there September 2022, but the car ran and kind of drove. It was not ready for that event. So it needed a lot more love. So, over the following year, I did that. Took care of a lot of other stuff, put more miles on it, worked bugs out, changed this, changed that, upgraded this, upgraded that. I mean, this thing has had almost everything gone through on it to make it roadworthy again and actually worthy to be able to go down the track safely. But I parked it and lost all ambition to work on it. I've driven it a few times. I went out to the fall open house at the Packard Proving Grounds with it. People were just digging on it there. Guys my age, younger guys like in their early 20s, just totally digging on the car. Especially when they found out it was a 4-speed. But I went to that. I went to a cruise night, driven it to work a couple times, just to get out and drive it and enjoy it. But that's about it. I have stuff I want to do to it this winter, but right now I have no ambition. Nothing. I might get about 30 seconds of fleeting ambition, but it's here and then gone. So if I had another project to work on, I would probably work on that. Another car. But as far as this, just going crazy on this for a year and a half, I don't know. I guess I just need a break from it. Just done with it for a little while. So I'm thinking probably after the first of the year, I'll be getting back out here, getting back on it. I need to put the 350 gear set back in it. I need to change out the upper control arms. I'm getting a set from a buddy of mine, Andy Crouch, off of his, because he's putting aftermarket uppers on his. And I'm taking the ones from his car, which have had the bushings replaced a few years ago, and putting them on this, because that's what this needs, is upper control arm bushings. So that's a project for this winter. Another project is getting the upholstery done in the car. I originally bought the $865 upholstery kit, waited the 16 weeks for it. Things happened, scheduling wise with the upholstery guy, it didn't get done. And then I started thinking about going in a different direction, different plan on doing the upholstery, still original, but a different angle of attack, I guess. So I want to get that done this winter. I have a correct 351 Cobra Jet intake, spread bore intake. I got an NOS 4300D carburetor from one of my pure stock buddies, Chevy guy actually, who had that because he had a 72 Montego GT 351 Cobra Jet car. But I got that carburetor, so we're going to swap that over. I have other plans. I need to get the car high enough in the air so I can tweak the exhaust. I need to loosen everything up so I can tweak it, put the hangers at the mufflers, so I'm hanging it there, not just at the manifolds and at the very end of the tailpipes. So we need to get those hangers on, get the exhaust, get it loosened up so I can tuck it up and tweak the tailpipes a little bit. They're not quite perfectly straight coming out. So I'm going to do that kind of stuff. And then I got other small stuff I want to do to it. So we're going to work on that this winter. And come out this spring and have some more fun with it. But like I said, I'm burnt. I'm still totally burnt out. If I had a bigger garage, like twice as big as what I got, I'd shove it in the corner. If I had a pole barn, I'd shove it in the corner. If I had a barn, I'd shove it in the corner. It's not sitting outside, especially after going through all this work to get this car back. It's more deserving of sitting outside in the weather over the winter time, so that's not going to happen. I thought about picking up another project to work on over the winter while taking a break from this. Found a couple cool things that would be neat to work on, but then it takes funds away from this. So, but right now, if this just disappeared, I would probably be okay with it. That's how non-ambitious I am to work on it. But come April, the 2-year mark, should have all those other projects done and be out driving it, cruising it, enjoying it, driving it all over the place. If you know me, I know I've got friends that subscribe to this. If you know me from the Trino forums, I go through cars. If I hold on to anything more than 6 months to a year, it's a long time. I've had this for 1.5 years. April will be 2 years, which is that's long term for me. I don't hold on to anything for very long because, you know what, I get burned out. I find something else cool. I sell what I have, buy something else, work on that, and so on and so on and so on. This is car number 140. So not all of those were project cars. That includes every single car I've ever owned. They have all been plated, registered, insured, driven. So that's dailies. But almost all the time, my dailies, I've had cool daily driver stuff. Lincoln Mark 7s. Lincoln Town Cars. I mean, the Town Cars are fantastic daily drivers. Great for road trips. They are so great for road trips. Very comfortable. But Turbo Coupe daily driver. Shelby Charger daily driver. Shelby GLH, daily driver. Camaro Z28, daily driver. 75 Trans Am, daily driver. You name it. But, so that's what's going on with McFord's Garage. For those guys out there that, you're going headstrong on the project and you get burnt out, you know what? Set it aside. You see a lot of old cars for sale that were projects that people got burnt out on, and they just put them up for sale. Sometimes they never get back to them, and that's why they get put up for sale. Some of those cars were viable, drivable cars before they got totally blown apart. For a big plans, restore it, and then it gets blown apart. They underestimated the work it takes, the money it takes, the time it takes, and then it gets sold like that. And a lot of times that car never goes back together. It's used as parts for this car, that car. Someone buys it, sells all the parts, keeps some of the stuff for theirs, whatever. So, you know what? Just set it aside, take a break, and get back to it later. If you got something else you can work on that until you get tired of that. Then come back to your other project. So, and that brings me to this spring, I will be looking for sheet metal. Preferably a solid roller. Can have no engine and trans in it. Can have a locked up engine in it. Doesn't matter. The interior can be trashed as long as it has excellent sheet metal, as in rust-free sheet metal. Doors, fenders, inner fender wells, quarters, floors. I'd be interested in it. So if you know of something, you come across something, hit me up and let me know. I will try and put my email address on this video, or I'll put it in the comments below so you can get a hold of me off of YouTube. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So we'll get back at it later. Probably won't be any updates until then, unless somehow I get a little ambitious in between here and there. But like the rear end, I probably won't post an update on that. I've already done a video with swapping out the rear end. So, but the other stuff I will. I'll have videos. Basically, I've been doing this to just kind of record the resurrection of this car. Everyone that's subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate you subscribing, commenting. If you have any comments or constructive criticism, pointers, you do something that, you can make a cool McFord's Garage logo for me. Man, do something, shoot it over to me. I'd love to check it out. I want to do more with this channel, but right now this is where I'm at. But we're going to keep going on it and get rolling on it again. So everybody, if I don't do another video until after the first of the year, have a great holiday season. Be safe, enjoy time with your family, your kids, and your project. If you're taking time off for the holidays, you know what? Give a little love to the project. So, with that said, I will see you later, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hey everyone, just a little addendum here to the video. I wanted to give a shout out and a big thank you for everyone that's helped me to get this car to this point. I mean, from Mark for selling the car to me so I could actually save this car and bring it back to life. Bill, the gentleman that owned this car for 36 years, coming over, helping me pull the engine on it, hooking me up with some parts, finding parts that he still had from when he had the car. Joe Lombardo. Bunch of Torino guys here. Joe Lombardo. Down in Tennessee. Hooking me up with a grill and grill surround trim before the car even got here. Larry Zobek for finding the header panel with a grill surround, and grill surround trim down at Carlisle and hooking me up with that and bringing that back up here. Glenn Z from Dr. Z's Rod Shop for hooking me up with technical help. The engine that I ended up putting in this car so I could get it going. Thank you much, Glenn. I very much appreciate it. Mike Cylinder Heads for taking the cylinder heads off of the original engine. Cylinder heads that look like they come off the bottom of the ocean. And cleaning them up, going through them completely and setting them up so I could run them on this car. Mike, I appreciate that very much. You did a fantastic job. I appreciate your help and jumping on stuff and getting it done. Really appreciate it. Andrew Crouch for hooking me up with some exhaust manifolds, hooking me up with these control arms that I'm going to be getting later this month so I can swap those out on the car. Appreciate that. My buddy, Pure Stock buddy, Tim Clary, for hooking me up with the carburetor, the NOS carburetor. Appreciate that very much. Man, so many other people. There's some other car guys, I don't even know their name. The guy that I scored these tires off Craigslist, Chevy guy, building a kick-ass Chevelle out in, I think it was out in Clawson, but awesome guy, cool guy. Man, I went out there to get these tires and we just talked cars for like a half hour in the driveway in the freezing cold. Adam's North American Radiator. Adam, thank you so much for patching the original radiator back together. Well, not original to the car, but it was the radiator that was in the car. Thank you for patching that back together so I could drive this car out on the road without having to cough up money for a brand new radiator right off the bat. That really helped work out bugs. I appreciate it. You've hooked me up and helped me out before with the Corvette, some other stuff. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Adams North American Radiator and Repair in Shelby Township. I don't know, just getting parts from all over the place. I can't even remember everybody. King Auto Parts in Utica. Yeah, I picked up stuff that I needed right away and King couldn't get me. I, picked it up from O'Reilly's or, some stuff they couldn't get, but I was able to get from Rock. But a lot of my hard parts came from King Auto Parts in Utica. Thank you, Gary and Josh and Joe, I think it is. Josh and Joe, I appreciate you guys. You've helped me out. You dug stuff up. You helped me out with the Corvette. Helped me out with the Torino, finding this stuff. I appreciate it. Everybody out there, don't always go to the big box store. Find yourself a good, old-fashioned, independently owned parts store with the guys that have been around and doing this for decades. Guys, I appreciate it very, very much. So anyone else that I forgot, I'm sorry, but those are the big main ones. Hell, Curtis from work came over, helped me put the back window in, and really, more like I helped him put the back window in the car. Appreciate you coming over and doing that, helping me out. You know, it just keeps getting the car going forward. Madison Generator in Rochester Hills made up the primary e-brake cable when the one that I bought off eBay was too short. Those guys, bam, on a Saturday, made that thing up. And it was cheap. So people, don't forget to look at your local independently owned businesses, your local business owners. Everything does not have to be a big box store. Shout out to the guy who painted my hood. Not going to name him because he doesn't want to be named, because he does pristine Autorama award-winning stuff, and this just doing a quick shoot like this and not making it perfect was totally out of his wheelhouse. But man, he nailed it and knocked it out of the park. Can't remember the name of the sandblaster I used, but those guys were great. They were fantastic. I think they were over in Warren off of Groesbeck, down around, I think Groesbeck and Common go out. I don't know if Common goes all the way to Groesbeck or not. You guys in the Detroit area, you'll know where I'm talking about streetwise. But anyways, thanks to everyone that has helped out getting me to this point. Greg Merkman on Facebook hooking me up with some parts. You know, I just appreciate the help very much. It just shows that, you know, you help others out and it comes back to you. That's not why you help others out, but that's just the result of helping others out. That's why the car hobby is so awesome, so fantastic. Everybody helps everybody out. Everybody wants to see everybody's projects get done and done right. Not everybody's out there to rape you on price on parts. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry the video was a little long, but again, hit like, subscribe, comments, constructive criticism, anything else. I really, really appreciate everybody watching this channel.